Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Phyllis is willing to take any risk to protect her son, Daniel, from unfair accusations. Since Daniel was arrested for Heather's murder, Phyllis has been going crazy, doing everything she can to prove her son's innocence. Her intuition confirms that Daniel is not the killer, and this urges Phyllis to embark on a journey to find the truth, despite the threat to her life. Phyllis's fight begins to flare up strongly at the GCAC hotel when she witnesses Daniel's arrest with her own eyes. Emotions explode. Phyllis almost loses control and causes a horrifying scene at the scene. She screams at Chance, claiming that he made a mistake in arresting Daniel. Under the shocked eyes of everyone, she yells at Christine, who is representing the prosecutor in this case, accusing Christine of only trying to ruin her son's life to please Danny. No one can stop Phyllis when she is determined. Daniel is not only her son but also an indispensable part of her life. At this time, Daniel is facing his worst nightmare, having lost the love of his life, Heather, and being accused of murder. Phyllis knows that Heather was her son's greatest love, and she understands the pain of loss Daniel must have endured. She vows to protect him to the end, even if it means doing the craziest things. With a sharp intuition, Phyllis suspects Sharon, who seems to hold the secret to what really happened the night Heather died. Her intuition tells her that Sharon may be the real killer, and the case has been manipulated to frame Daniel. Despite the lack of evidence, Phyllis is determined to lift the curtain to hide the truth, even if it means putting herself in danger. Phyllis tries to convince Chance to share more information about the case, hoping to gain important clues. However, she understands that Chance cannot reveal the investigation's secrets, especially when he is dating Summer, a fact that only complicates Phyllis and Chance's relationship. Faced with a deadlock, Phyllis decides to investigate on her own, even falsifying evidence if it can help clear her son's name. Meanwhile, Phyllis also tries to approach Sharon to force her to confess what really happened. Confronted by Sharon, Phyllis uses every means possible to force a confession, but the plan risks backfiring. Phyllis knows she is walking a dangerous line, and if she is not careful, her actions could make Daniel look even more guilty. Fortunately, Phyllis is not alone in this journey. Lucy, her trusted companion, is ready to support her in any way possible. Both mother and daughter set out to find evidence to prove Daniel's innocence and expose the real murderer behind Heather's death. With Lucy by her side, Phyllis is even more confident in her chosen path, despite knowing that the future is full of dangers. However, with her iron determination, Phyllis still does not back down. In her eyes, everything is acceptable if it helps save her son. She is willing to rush into the dangerous darkness, face cunning and scheming people, just to regain justice for Daniel and find the truth about Heather's death. Phyllis' journey is not only a series of actions out of a mother's love, but also a story of perseverance, and an indomitable spirit in the face of injustice. Every step she takes is filled with intense love, willing to do anything to protect her family, even if it means facing danger and possibly painful loss. Will Phyllis succeed in bringing the truth to light and saving her son from injustice? Time will tell how brave and strong this mother is. In the following days, Phyllis keeps moving everywhere, looking for every little clue that can clear Daniel's name. She tries to penetrate the treacherous world of Sharon and Cameron, hoping to find evidence of their crimes. But each step becomes more difficult, as the shadows of Sharon and Cameron gradually appear, as a reminder that she is facing people who are not easy to defeat. The deeper Phyllis goes into the investigation, the more she feels surrounded by unknown dangers, and it is at this moment that she realizes that finding the truth may not be as simple as she thought. In a moment of weakness, Phyllis returned home to find Summer waiting. Looking into her daughter's worried eyes, Phyllis realized that she was not alone in her pain. Her determination had created a strain not only for herself but also for her loved ones. Summer hugged her mother, tearfully saying, "Mom, we all want justice for Daniel, but that doesn't mean you have to sacrifice yourself like this." Phyllis remained silent, but inside she was a powerful wave of emotion, the fear that she might be screwing everything up and pushing herself and her family into a bottomless pit. But could Phyllis stop? Could she give up this fight while the truth was still buried? Phyllis knew it was too late to turn back now. Despite Christine's warnings, Summer's worries, and the potential danger from Sharon and Cameron, Phyllis could not stop. In her fiery eyes, justice is not an option, but something she must achieve for her son. She decides to move forward, even if it means accepting all the dangers and consequences it may bring. Phyllis's journey is not simply a search for justice, but also a fierce test of her resilience and courage. With fierce love and endless determination, Phyllis stands on the boundary between right and wrong, hoping that each step will bring her closer to the truth and help her protect Daniel from a cruel sentence. But when faced with Sharon and Cameron, who are willing to do anything to cover up their secret, Phyllis will pay a heavy price. Will she achieve justice for Daniel, or will she end up falling into the same danger she risked her life to face? Subscribe to Yonder to stay updated with the latest news on our channel.